Hi, Eddie Marcus again. For whatever reason we have for living on earth, we may never discover what it is. The hope and challenge, though, is that we do achieve these answers. When I say achieve, I mean work at it, strive for it. I want to take a moment and talk to some people about being Christians. You say you want to be a Christian. You say you are a Christian. Do you know what a Christian is? Somebody says one who changed their ways. But does that make you a Christian because you change your way? Well, rather than go through all of this discovery, because it could be many, let's just get to the point. We all live in a world. Some people have told us we were born in sin. Everybody's a sinner. Coming into the world, you're a sinner. Other people uh, see it as when you come into the world, you're innocent. And from the time you enter into the world, what you are exposed to is in the development process that unfolds you into what you end up being. If you raised around goodness, that means you might at least know goodness, acquainted with it, and you might be a good person. If you were exposed to the opposite, the chances are you probably would represent that opposition. And even that doesn't make you a Christian, according to what the story is. The story is that a Christian is a special kind of person. That's the story. The story is that the rather than just talk about you, because there are so many different yous and expressions thereof, they wanted to use another expression of a gentleman by the name. Well, we don't know what the name is. They call him Jesus on this side of the world, and they gave a little picture about what Jesus' life was like here, and what was important and what was not important. And so, based upon what you're trying to get out of life, if it's life, you would walk the path that Jesus experienced, and shared with the world. But there was another reality as well, and it was not representative of what Jesus represented. It was the opposite. Okay, so we're living on this earth, and we, whether born into sin or introduced to it when we got here, we are sinful people, lost. Crime and violence, lying and cheating, stealing, killing, hating and racism and bigotry. Some got, some don't. Envy and all the ugly things you can think of. That's the world we live in. I mean, and that what I just described to you, and ain't half of it. Now, when you say becoming a Christian, the way you have expressed it here on this earth is that you have recognized that the things that people do, you don't like them. And you are going to disassociate yourself in doing that. You're going to stop doing it. And when you walk through this life, you tread. You're looking for the guidance of the Spirit to lead you here around that block, to lead you around this block. And through life, make sure that you're dodging, the angels are guiding you. And at the end, you survive this life. You did not become a participant, direct participant in the sins of the world. You just evaded them and died. And this is what most people respond to as being a Christian, a good Christian, and they get the dues when they die. They tell everybody how good they were. But there's another kind of Christian who didn't come to just survive the world, but to change the world. You see what happened when they recognized all that ugliness. They they also observed that there was a way to do these accomplishments without all that ugly stuff. So this is one of the main reasons why they refrained from doing it. But there was something else, a sensitivity that awakened at the same time. And what they saw was the influences that had brought them to this point, still taking other folks because they hadn't seen. And so the other people had not the vision or, of seeing what perhaps these others who have changed have seen. So now to legitimize what we have seen or what the change has been made of, I'm talking crazy, don't I? Is to express it by exposing, by trying to turn the light on in the darkness where people haven't been able to see. To do those, since we have been a part of that, all of us have been a part of it one way or the other. So we can approach it from various angles. We can turn the light on, exposing that stuff that they haven't seen yet. Not just turning the light on by showing it, but at the same time revealing that which they are actually pursuing, but on the wrong train. That says, not only did we recognize and decide and made a decision that we were not going to be a part of that, we were going to do as whatever we could to destroy that because that was a violation of life. And we now represent life. And so to see death, no, we're not like the doctor who, or the researcher who's trying to find a cure for cancer, but refuses to expose it or to use it because, why? You won't make no money. No, this is living here. But as long as death continues to exist, life is threatened. So we got to get rid of death and the man on the throne and put the real power back on the throne of our hearts. I think I'll stop there. I think you got the message.